Right, hi guys. Yeah, what we're going to do today is tie some little foam hoppers up. What I've got is a couple of materials you're going to need. This is fly foam from Wapsi, 2mm thick. You can vary your colors, whatever color you like. I'm going to tie one in yellow. What we're going to do is cut a strip of that thin 2mm fly foam, approximately 6mm in diameter. And what we're going to do is cut a little V in the point, and that's going to be the back of your hopper. So what we've got is a size 10 BSN KONA hook. It's a barbless streamer nymph hook. I'm going to use that to tie the hopper in a size 10. Other things you're going to need is some Wapsi silly legs or hopper legs, and I'm using a 6/0 cotton. And you can have a couple of variety of different colors of micro straggle string from Semperfli. So let's get on with this one and show you. I'm just going to wrap the shank of the hook quickly just to cover that to work on. And what we're going to do is take a straggle string, choose your color you want. I'm going to use an olivey sort of color with a yellow, but that you can vary up and change. And these sort of hoppers you can do whatever you feel color wise. So yeah, piece of straggle string, and I just wrap that shank of the hook with the straggle string and wrap all the way, keeping your cotton at the back. Just going to get that covered the shank of the hook. Leave a little bit by your eye where you're going to tie the foam in. You don't want it too compact in that area where the head's going to be. It's more the body that we want to put the micro straggle string. Tie that in. Take your foam, the foam you've prepared, 6mm thick with the little V cut in the back. I'm going to hold that over the back there and just get that little tail point sticking over the back of the hook. 2-3 turns, and then you don't want to cover the straggle string too much, so just make a little gap so you can make segmentations in the foam. 2 wraps. You don't want to pull too tight because you don't want to cut into the foam and cut through the foam. So the harder you pull, the more you're going to cut into it. Now I'm going to take it all the way to the eye, and my last segment in the body there, just pull that down. Going to leave this piece extended out the front. We're going to use that to form the head. So from here, what we're going to do is a little bit of deer hair, a small pinch of deer hair, just to form the wing case on the hopper. Just make sure you thin out all the scraggly ends on it. I'm not using a hair stacker for this. It's not that necessary. And also prefer my hoppers a little bit more scruffy than being tied too neatly. So a little pinch of deer hair like that. And what I want to make sure is when I tie that in, I want to make sure it extends past the tail slightly by 1/2 centimeter. So we're going to tie that in at the head, in that same segmented groove that we've created there, and just 2-3 turns and pull it tight. You can trim off the excess spun deer hair in front because we don't want that getting in the way. Just going to turn that over there. So as you can see on that body now, you can see the straggle string coming through and the segments we've created in the body. Now what I'm going to do is add a little bit of crystal flash, a couple of strands in there. You can vary that. You can put different color crystal flash. I'm using an olive green. This here basically 4 strands, and I'm going to put that in the wing case. Just adds a little bit of sheen when the sun's shining, and often that can get the fish going. So yeah, putting that crystal flash right in the head. And fold it back. Not too many turns because you don't want to get too much of a bulk in the foam. So just keep it simple, couple of turns. The less turns you do, the better, as long as they're tight. and securing the metals down. Now on this foam piece on front here, what we're going to do is you're going to leave about a centimeter gap. You want to cut it clean straight right across the foam. And then what I'm going to do is take all that deer hair and crystal flash, fold it back, and I'm going to fold over the head of the hopper. When you're winding this in, make sure you get your cotton back into that same groove you've been using there on one of the segmentations. What you'll notice, if you start pulling down on this now, it's going to start flaying the deer hair out, and you don't really want it sprayed all over the place. So what I suggest is hold back the material in your thumb and forefinger, 1-2 light turns, and then you can pull tight. It won't spray out the material as much. Now all we got left with that little hopper to do is put in some rubber legs. Rubber legs are very important on this pattern. They do create movement on top of the water. So what we're going to do is put those 2 rubber legs on the side of the fly together, 1-2 light turns. I'm then going to take the other pair of legs and pull them back over to the opposite side. Your legs will sit nicely, they'll splay nicely, and you'll get a true hopper look. So 1-2 turns there tight, and then I'm going to go back to the eye of the hook and tie it off. Very simple, quick and easy, and a very effective fly this time of year. We use this fly a lot for Natal yellowfish. We use it here in the Midlands for trout, on the still waters, browns in the rivers, and yeah, Sturkfontein. It really is a great pattern for those smallmouths that are cruising scum lines. And yeah, when they're aggressive, they really pick up on this hopper and eat it properly. So yeah, a really easy pattern to tie. Just trim those legs back to size that you want. And yeah, very, very easy little fly to tie. And great success on it here in the Midlands, especially on the Moy River with browns. What's nice about this pattern too, on still waters, you can pop it on the surface and give it a bit of a retrieve. And yeah, those fish really, really turn onto it sometimes when it's moving across the water. So it doesn't have to be fish stagnant. Happy days, guys. I hope you enjoy that one. Give it a bash. Very simple little pattern. And yeah, hopefully you get back on the water soon and we can see how these patterns work.